Bam, bam, bam. He or she said, cancel this damn show. They hate it. What? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Make black hair great again.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Now, woo.
We're coming. Get our check.
Cheryl Morrow, the one, the only, the hair oracle.
Well, I think it was Red Dot, and then we also had a cosmetology school instructor in the chat, Miss Denise West, Michelle Allen, Miss Foster. Dang, I missed your name. It's always nice to see Miss Foster in the chat. Michelle Allen, you know how much we love you too.
What? About a whole lot of peace. Cheryl, you order that in a bag of chips. Let me do your hair. Yes, I did my hair today, by the way, in case y'all, it's not all greasy and flat. Take a couple of days for the freshness to come in. That's what you call vanity 6 right there. What's happening, good people? You guys know who it is, right? It's the one and only, your homegirl, Ladosha Wright, aka Key Lolo, coming to you live and direct. Well, we are about to get like 10 to 12 inches of snow. What? Y'all better help. Y'all think we can't come. You know what? I can't. That's why tonight we're going to be talking about heat styling chemically treated hair. Is it good or is it bad, like this snow that's coming? Get ready. That's right. The hair oracle. There she is. She got on a red hot with her little polo, fresh to death. Y'all notice we rocking the red, black, and gray today is Reverend Dr. Martin, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Celebration Day. Oh, by the way, if y'all did not hear Bernice King's speech, baby, let me say it in my Shantae voice. Baby. She lit that church. You know how they say church? She lit that church up. I mean, that's, no doubt she is Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s daughter. Okay, let's not get it twisted. Please, y'all, please go and listen to the woman's speech. And all I'm going to say at the end of this right quick is, whoa, deep in my heart, I do believe. Come on, y'all. That we shall overcome. Come on now. I ain't gonna let Pocahontas turn me around. I'm gonna keep on marching, keep on walking, marching towards the freedom. Hey, y'all best to come on and get on with the get down today. It's Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s day. So guess what? We got something to welcome y'all in. That's how we do it. Y'all didn't think we was going to talk about heat styling chemically treated hair without talking about the hottest civil rights activist who ever resided on planet Earth. Let me show him what I got, Cheryl. Here we go. Let me show him what I got. Hold on, Cheryl. Here we go.
I think Alfred Nobel would know what I mean when I say I accept this award in the spirit of a curator of some precious heirloom which he holds in trust for its true owners, all those to whom truth is beauty and beauty truth, and in whose eyes the beauty of genuine brotherhood and peace is more precious than diamonds or silver or gold. Thank you.
From Key Lolo and the Afro Hair Science podcast family, happy Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. # we shall overcome. All right. Now, I just want to let y'all know that came from his Nobel Peace Prize speech. Okay? Now, here is this idiot. I just can't understand how these folks, okay? Because it ain't just the people who don't look like us, okay? All skin folk ain't what, Cheryl?
Kinfolk.
They ain't kinfolk. Come on now. All skin, we about to get some. Come on now, Reverend Cheryl. All skin folk ain't what?
Kinfolk.
For the Lord now. Come on now. They ain't kinfolk. Now, I just want y'all to know, you got to go and listen to Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s Nobel Peace Prize speech. There he is in a room full of people who were probably like, exact red dot. But he gave his speech, and I just want to let y'all know, y'all coming on through. Look at this chat. Come on in. Come on in. Come on. We like Rihanna. Come on. Come on. Come on in. Come on, Rashida. Come on, Miss J. Brown. Come on. Come through, Instagram. Instagram, like, watch out there now. Watch out. What's up, boss? I see you, VK. I see Yate. Your podcast was fizzy. Her podcast was so fire last night, Cheryl. I was like, are you going to be selling
And you
those
call me. Damn. Don't be shit. You know I always be forgetting.
Because you was working, because you was in the furniture store thing, so you couldn't do it. Yeah. But hey, I'm trying to tell y'all now. If y'all think this podcast is hot, y'all best to get on over there on Sundays at 8:00. I'm telling y'all, Yate, her man, excuse me, Yate for cussing, but her shit be fly to the motherfucker plucker. I ain't cuss all the way, Yate. I just cuss a little bit. Hey, K, I said her shit be fly than a motherfucker plucker. See, my boss is in the chat, so I'm only gonna do but so much profanity. But what I'm trying to tell y'all, the girl podcast was fire last night. Okay,
yeah, very informative.
And we was having a good time over there. So I just want to thank you, Yate, for being my latest, my greatest inspiration. We got Theo. Don't worry, I got a commercial because we're going to be coming to Signature's hair studio. It's going down. Get me out.
It's going down.
Boss, you probably want to stay home because we're supposed to get 10 to 12 inches starting tomorrow evening. Goodness gracious. What's up, LB? So I hope you're feeling better, baby. I did get your message. Kay, it's going down tonight. We're going to have a wonderful, wonderful podcast, okay? But again, I must tell y'all, it is imperative that you guys listen to Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s Nobel Peace Prize speech. And please listen to his daughter's speech. She was at the church, Ebenezer Baptist Church, I think that's the name of it. And if you just need the word, y'all, this woman is so, I mean, I don't want to do the spoiler alert. You know what I'm saying, Cheryl? But today I went on ahead and
yeah,
I went on ahead.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Me and Cheryl was in that Reverend Dr. For 2 hours. We was on the phone and immersed in Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. What was Cheryl?
We were immersed, and let me just say, we only get a chance to
water.
Right, and let me just say this: the day still has actually more of a significance than it has ever had.
Why you say
because
that?
It reminds us that freedom is not finite. It must be exercised and appreciated, and we have to stay on top of it. And it's just a beautiful day. So happy MLK Day from the
wait a minute. Shit. Sandra, I didn't know that was you in the chat last night. Listen, okay, it's official. The after party at the after party on Sunday. Yate, do you mind if we just go ahead on? Can we just put as an after party? You know, you got the day party. You know what I'm saying? You got the night party. We got the after Yate party on Sunday. Man, that chat, man, listen, we had a good time up in that chat, okay? Yate, I just wanted to, you know what I said too before I give my spiel about Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. again? I told Yate, I'm gonna fly up there and meet your ass, okay? I just want to meet her. It's just like, how you know? It's some crazy ass.
Yeah, we ain't. Wait. We have never met her. It
She gonna
ain't.
be
It
like,
don't make no difference. We
hey, y'all
cousins.
tell when I show up, they gonna be like, "Is that your cousin?" She gonna be like, "She's a fan." I'm gonna be like, "Y'all look, can you sign my autograph? You know, tattoo, yeah, Yati, you know, send the BIG, you know, tattooed on my, you know what I'm saying, Yati." It's go. I'm be like, Yati, sign right here.
Can you sign my clippers?
Can you? Oh, I'm gonna bring my clippers, Yati. That's it. It's going down. It's going down. Yate said you gotta have us all, girl. It don't matter. I'll pump for real though. Okay, I digress. It was just that good. Seriously. Here we go, right here. Here we go. Now we did the shout out last week, you know, for our winner of the trivia. We got, you know what I'm saying? So we still got some trivia for y'all tonight when it comes to this heat is bad for hair. That's right. We try to tell y'all that we got trivia night here on Mondays. Let me get my little yeah, you know, we got our little banner up in here. Hold on, sure. Let me show them that, you know, we a real podcast. You know, we ain't bootleg up in here. Here you go. Bam! Right there in your face, Dick Tracy. We got trivia night, you know, graphics and what have you and whatnot. Okay. Big laughs, fun trivia. All right, right here. Before we wrap it up, we'll get some petty trivia. All right. And then again, let me get into my little story as we move on into our topic today, which is all about heat styling chemically treated hair. I did call Cheryl and I shared with her that I have a customer who was Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s assistant. Okay. And we were talking about the idiot, you know, that's at that shimmied the lady up out of her Nobel Peace, and she was just so gullible and thirsty out here, and she gave it to him, right? As she was sharing with me the very meticulous and the high standards and everything that this organization takes people, not like a hazing process, but more like a vetting, a credibility, and honorable. This is like a truly esteemed award. And the unmitigated goal, y'all know sometimes I just want to use them big words. You know, the unmitigated goal, the audacity from the hood, as we say, mother, you
The
know,
goddamn nerve.
you got the nerve. You know what I'm saying? Don't put the V in it. You got the nerve. You know, to ask this woman, and then and as if these people, and I called her and I thanked her for her service, because he talked about that in his speech of the Nobel Peace Prize when he said that the pilot, you know, was lifting him up to a higher place to take him to get to Oslo in Norway. And it was the people on the ground. I thought about Rashida. She works for Delta. These are the people who are behind the scenes that make shit happen, that don't get what we call the glory. And all this man was doing all his life was giving glory to the people, the everyday people. And of course, you know how we said, Black folks, and glory to God. Come on now. I don't care if you
No. Glory be to God. Glory be to God.
Thank you. Glory be to God. I was going to come back. Okay. Glory be to God. Okay. That's all this man was doing. And look at Renee Good. I mean, when she okay, I'm going to give it up. Okay. So I just wanted to let you guys know. Think if you have an auntie or uncle or grandma or a teacher, anybody that was alive and really active during that time, please take a moment out and just say thank you. Because I know my grandparents didn't want my mom involved in the Black Panthers nor the civil rights, because you know, they was afraid that something was going to happen to them like what happened to Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. But my mom and them was like, don't tell mama now where we going. They had to do that, y'all. So let's make sure that we take a moment out, y'all. We can't let this whole day go past. If you haven't done it, if you're going to go out, if you're not in a blizzard zone like we are here in Cleveland, and you just walk, you could be in the grocery store, it don't matter, and just say thank you. Okay, that's all I wanted to say, because this is a very special day. Also, rest in peace. Okay, y'all may not be aware I'm an old school hip hop head, but E-Love, that was LL Cool J's homeboy. But y'all may not know E-Love went first. Okay, y'all got to know that bars right there. But also, he was the face right here. Y'all may not know this. He drew that. The Public Enemy graphic that we all like. PE in the house, top billing. Okay, so not only was he a musical pioneer, but he also was a graphic designer. That's what I'm saying. We never know what people are doing behind our backs in real time. So I just wanted to say rest in peace, E-Love, because hip hop is just all in my life.
Yeah.
And then again, in case you guys want to know what was the theme for today's glorious celebration of the illustrious Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And his wife, she did make a point to acknowledge her mom was mission impossible, building community, uniting a nation the non-violent way. And we just can't say that bigger and louder, the non-violent way. Though they will make you want to be like DMX and act a fool, but you hear Governor Walz and the mayor of Minnesota saying, don't do it. Don't act a fool. Because if you think they're taking us out for being good, you can only imagine what they won a civil war, which I can't understand why the descendants of the lost cause is acting like this. They still got everything.
Not
What's
enough.
wrong with the descendants of the lost cause? You know, they need to cut this nonsense out. Not enough. Anywho, so I just want to say that if you're a hip hop head, rest in peace, E-Love. Then of course, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We're keeping your words alive here on this podcast, minus the profanity. I don't think he would want us cussing, but it's okay. He don't.
Oh, he would approve.
All right.
He just he would say, do what you
hey,
got
Coco.
to do.
What's up, Coco Whitaker? How you doing?
What's
up? Coco
up?
Chanel. She's like, don't call me no Coco Chanel. I just like that Coco. I used to want a nice name like that, like
Coco
or Pumpkin. Coco. If your name was like Coco, Pumpkin, or Cookie, anybody with a food
and peaches,
peanut and peaches. Ooh, they was always some fine ass girls. The Coco, peaches, pumpkin. Pudding, any food name. Them girls was, I used to be like, I want to be like Miss Pudding when I grow up, Coco. It was a girl named Peaches. She could dance all good down the way. So Coco, she laughing, Coco, because your ass fine. It's okay, Coco. We ain't gonna say nothing. Hey, without here's the true story, guys. Sure, you ready for this? When I first got on social media, if I told this before, I'm sorry, I'm getting old. Old people do that. We keep telling the same story over. I found this. They sent this little, this is before memes was out, right? And it said, if your name begins with it said, you get to win. Your name begins with La, Ta, or Sha. I was like, you know what? I'm double ghetto because I got La and I got Sha. So Coco, I'm saying that to say, I know you fine. And you ain't got to show your face. You ain't never got to show your face because I know when I see you, I'm going to be like, damn, I knew it. I ain't going to say nothing. But what I am going to say is this topic today. Look at Cheryl laugh. Me and Cheryl, we wasn't in that clique.
Well, Cheryl's were always the bomb anyway. The Cheryl's was always.
Because you know why? Cheryl the Pearl is the one with the eyes.
No, Cheryl the Pearl, the girl of the world. Got the banging California curl. All right.
Representing West Side. Get that West Coast on, Cheryl. She got the crip walk. Y'all don't want none of this smoke. Not this heat smoke, that flat iron smoke. Remember, peace, y'all. We talking about flat iron smoke.
Okay.
When we say smoke on this podcast, we talk about
we can say smoke.
But anyhow, let's talk about the dumbest shit that people say. There's some dumb shit. Okay.
I'm ready.
And when we say the dumbest, Cheryl, what do we mean?
Oh, and we do mean.
What do we mean? Do we mean?
We mean.
We mean what?
I mean.
What you mean?
I mean, honestly.
I mean, honestly, what do you mean?
Honestly.
The what?
Dumps.
I don't think they hear you, though. Come on, get some church up in here.
We do mean
What you mean?
the dumbest shit.
I
And we got one
just want to
today.
testify. I want to testify.
Please testify. Okay,
Woo!
what we talking about today? What we got?
We're talking about heat
Relaxed.
styling. That's the dumbest shit. The dumbest
Heat
shit that
styling,
people
relaxed
say.
hair.
Heat style. Come on now. They say that this stuff is bad for Afro hair. If you chemically alter Afro hair, you can't use heat on it. I'm not quite sure, but we got the chat. We got a nice build up in here. Welcome.
Okay.
Welcome again. And by the way, we appreciate all the support. Let's go in the chat. They still laughing at us. It's okay, y'all. Sometimes we get a little bit, By the way, in case y'all didn't know, me and Cheryl, we don't script this. We don't script the whole, and I do mean we just got that vibe going on. So let's take a poll right now. How many in the chat really do you believe that heat is bad for hair like mine? I got, now y'all know I'm chemically dependent. I need AA. I got color treated hair. I got blonde. I got double process, and this stuff is white. Y'all know what they say about white hair, okay? So how many people in the chat truly believe that heat really is bad? It's not only, now we talked about it being bad for non-chemically treated hair, but how many people believe? Just put a yes or a no. Do you believe that heat is bad? You take them flat irons and I straighten the comb and you turn it up, 420, 430, 450, and they got up to 460 now, and do you think this is bad? Yeah, 460 degrees of heat. Is this bad for color treated hair? What's up, everybody? Minnie Pen, how you doing? What's going on? Thank you, Rashida. Hey, Tracy Graham. Everybody over on Instagram. How many of y'all believe that heat is bad for color treated hair? Just let us know. We're going to get this video clip going. But before we do, Cheryl, I always got to pick your brain. You got to get us going. Okay. We're just going to cut through the chase. All right. What is it about heat on chemically altered hair? Be it sodium hydroxide, phenolide derivative 10, even ammonium thioglycolate, because sometimes people come out of that and they have some chemicals left on the end and they want to just press it till it all grows out. What is it about heat that you, in your opinion, that people say is so bad on chemically treated hair, aside from the obvious, which is well, I ain't gonna say that. Let me just let you take it away. Okay. What is it about heat? Why do you think this is? Because the heat, as it's straight hair, is making a comeback. But I'm asking you this because we talked about this. By the way, don't forget to join us live on Wednesday. We were fire, and it's kind of like the contrast. On one token, we're saying we can use heat in the hair salon to straighten it, but then they're saying it's bad, and it's doubly bad, triply bad when you have chemicals. So take it away, and then we got some videos to really draw this thing out.
Yeah. I think if we switch our language, because I think let me ask you, I don't think we think heat is bad. We think heat is bad because not that heat is bad. Heat is bad because you did this. It's bad when you apply it because you're chemically treated. I think when we hear heat is bad, we think heat is bad in and of itself. But because we have to either put a bounce in it, a curl in it, a what do they call it? A bump. We want to bump it. We want to curve it. We want to put some body in it.
I got my hair bumped.
Right. So if we can separate heat from heat is bad because you relaxed it. Heat is bad because you did this. Heat is bad because you colored it, blah, 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 or whatever the case may be. It's a because. not that fact that heat is bad, but because we have to now style it after it's dry. We can't just go walking out of the house with wet colored hair or wet relaxed hair or wet we just can't walk out. We have to make sure that we have to style it. And it's ironic that we can't style without heat. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that amazing that you can't style without hot or something hot? Right? And so there's all types of heat. There's water heat, warm water, hot water.
Oh yeah, break that down for us, because I think that doesn't
air heat.
Okay.
Right. There's air heat. There's tension heat. There is direct heat. There's metal heat. Okay. And so heat is just the energy that flows, but the medium could be air, water, a material, a plate. And it's, people say, well, it's how you should apply it. Well, then then that becomes where a doctor would say, why don't you put a cold compress? Or why don't you get you a hot water bottle? Right? And then there's degrees of it. But we first have to stop saying, as natural hair people, or whatever the case may be, cosmetologists, barbers, whatever, because at the end of the day, they will scrape their skin, shave it. Guess what they'll do? Heat. But it comes through water. They'll do a hot towel. And so heat, we have to understand, is such a part of what we do every day, especially in the salon. I don't think that things are, because once you cut that water on, baby, you got to get some heat in that water. Don't be putting no cold water on our hair, And I think that if we can correct that, and we'll get into the weeds of what heat does to chemically treated hair, which is another question.
Right. But before we do that, we do have a commercial break about Theo, Cheryl, and Ladosha. We got to show this commercial break.
Oh, we're gonna be styling. We're gonna be styling.
We got it. Here's a commercial break about our day party that's going to be happening at Signature's Hair Studio, and then we're going to come back and continue our discussion about heat styling chemically treated hair. Okay, here we go.
Bring it summer.
What up, good people? It's me, your homegirl Ladosha Wright, aka P Lolo. Yo, get ready for the ultimate hair day party featuring the Rev Air. All right, y'all, pull up on me at the Signature Hair Studio Monday, February the 2nd, between 3 to 6 p.m. We're going to be putting out 2026 spring and summer looks. We're talking hair consultations, makeover. We're answering hair loss questions. We're talking about some solutions and so much more. You know who's going to be in the house, right?
Yeah, Dio. Hey, Miss Morrow and Miss Cleveland herself, Lolo.
Get ready. We're going to rock out 2026 spring summer looks featuring the Rev Air. See y'all face in the place at the ultimate hair day party at Signature Hair Studio. Deuces.
Get your look ready. Get your look ready. Get your look ready.
All right, get your look ready. That's produced by none other than the one and only Cheryl Morrow, aka DJ Oracle. Okay, y'all sure got some skills up in there. Okay, yeah. So that's going down. If you are in or will be near the sunny San Diego area, Monday, February the 2nd, please come and join us. Call your cousins up and say, hey, go on up there.
Yeah,
and
call
check
your
out
cousins
up.
Come in.
Yeah, call your cousins
That's
up,
right.
and if you want to fly in, they got some good deals. If you go ahead on and get, it's not too late. They got some good deals on these airlines. So we would love for you guys to join us if you're near us. And again, that's going to be Monday, February the 2nd at Signature Hair Studios. Myself,
You're going to catch
Garfield,
us in the
and
salon. That's
all
right.
right.
We're going
be
to catch us in
going
the
live
salon.
too, by the way. You're going to be
That's
in
right.
the
You're
salon.
going to catch us in the salon. We're
That's
gonna be
right.
doing
That's right.
hair, your hair, or whatever. Your look, answering
What's up?
questions. You can get Kilelo your best color
Yeah.
job, whatever you want to ask. We there right there.
Oh,
We're gonna be
Rashida
on
say
site.
ATL says she coming. ATL coming through. Hey, I'm gonna put my drink in a red cup if Theo got a red cup. I don't want y'all to see me drinking out the bottle.
Come on,
Okay?
Theo, you got to get some
But let's
red.
continue. let's continue the Theo like she's so ghetto. Let's continue this one. Now Cheryl said something interesting about the heat of what happens when you use heat on hair and that's chemically treated. And so I'm going to show, this is a quick one, so don't blink or else you're going to miss it. So I'm going to call this fear mongering because I am a Formisi certified master colorist. So people might say, well, you're biased. No, I'm not biased. I'm educated. Let me just say that first and foremost. I am not biased. I am educated. So I'm going to show a clip because this is the thing that people, this is what we hear the most about, the fear of using heat on chemically treated hair. Okay, here we go.
Question is why I do the things I do. Ooh, bitch.
Play it again. I missed it.
Get that. Let me play it again. Hold on. Look how she start off, how it started, how it ended. I'm gonna see if y'all can pick up on it. Here we go. Look, y'all, pay attention. Get out them phones. Get your fingers out your nose. Watch this, y'all. Pay attention. Here we go.
Question is why I do the things I do. Ooh, bitch.
All right, Cheryl. We're gonna start the trivia off right now. Let's start the trivia off right now, and let's see who's gonna get this right. Now she's implying that the heat and the color that messed her hair up. Now, when you look at that video, I'm not gonna play it again because I asked you guys to pay close attention. So here's our trivia question. What role did she play in her own maintenance, or whatever you want to call it, that caused the damage? Okay. That she says caused the damage. Okay. So what now this is hypothetical. She said you saw to the left, she had a big little gash in the hole in the back. Y'all saw what I saw. So we want you guys to take a moment out and just, we know it's a delay. So we want you guys to write, you know what, Theo. Look at this fool put in the chat. Beauty school dropout. I love that movie, Grease. Grease is the word. All right. What did she do wrong? What do you think? Where did she fail her hair in that video? Let's see. Here's the trivia. Where did she fail in her hair care when it came to coloring it and using heat on it? Okay. Let's see. Theo, you can't answer that. So you're not allowed to answer. Okay. Everybody else except for Theo. Let's take a stab at it. I'm going to play it again while you guys are answering it. Thank you so much. Can we play it again, Cheryl? In case y'all missed it. Look at the video. This is what we call double blink. And so she's saying that the heat style and the color was not a good mix. Where do you think this woman went wrong? Here we go. Or the technician for that matter.
Question is why I do the things I do. Ooh, bitch.
Cheryl, we're gonna give him a countdown. What's going on, Mr. Scott Holcomb? I do it every Scott. Do you still love me, Scott? It's the MRS. That's messing me up, Scott. Scott, I love you over on IG. I just keep messing up. Hey, Tracy, how you doing? Rashida, you probably know, so you don't answer either, okay? Let's see what the chat is saying. Again, we're going for the trivia. Let me put the little clip up. And then, Cheryl, let's do a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown to see what our answers are.
I'll do the Jeopardy. I'll do the Jeopardy.
All right, here we go. The question again is, where did she go wrong, or the technician go wrong in the area of coloring and heat style to the point that she felt it damaged her hair? Go, Cheryl.
Dum, 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 boom.
Oh, girl, that's not no thing now, okay? All right, Cheryl, here we go. We having too much fun. Woo, look at this. Come on. We got our bootleg cop. What our hair? Let me put the hair nerd in the chat. Hold on, Cheryl. Let me just do it right quick. Because we got the hair nerds coming through. We got our own little community on here. I hope y'all following our community over here, right here on YouTube. Please join the hair nerd community, because this is how we get down. So I'm going to go ahead on and put the hair nerd emoji in the chat when Cheryl starts talking. So here we go, Cheryl. The first one says, Week A, our virtual co-host, and Sandra's in the chat too, maybe the various ways she was styling the hair. Okay. All right. Okay. Watch this. I don't see nothing wrong. A color fading. Okay. I think she's trying to say the hair color was too harsh. Yeah, they say that too. Okay. The ponytails. Oh, that's a good one. The color hair looked like split ends. Hair color that was not maintenanced. All right, the hair nerds came through. All right, now one of those is correct. Okay. So Shirley, you want me to give the correct answer, or do you just want to go and address?
Oh, you go ahead.
These. Okay, I'm gonna give up the correct answer. Then we're gonna go one by one, and Cheryl is going to break each one down. If it's a fallacy, if it's true. And again, we're gonna give this person a shout out. Okay. The answer is going. The true answer is going to go to the correct. I'm sorry. The correct answer is going to go to Miss Coco Whitaker, who put in the chat that the hair color was not maintenance. And that's probably the biggest mistake. Yeah. People put the color in their hair and then they don't come back in a timely fashion to get the retouch. That was entirely way too much regrowth. And so Cheryl's going to explain the phenomenon, what she did say that, what happens to that hair when you put the heat and you wait that long to do your color retouch, which that should come in the consult. I know we can't make people come back, but that just has to be explained, that's not the fault of the color. That's the fault of the person who wore the color. And either she didn't go back or she didn't know to come back. I don't know, but you are absolutely right. Color has to be maintained. So Cheryl, let's start with the one at the end, which is where you were going to go, which is the answer. What happens to hair when you wait, a whole year or 9 months before you get that retouch? What's happening to the ends of the hair? So, because when they go to, put the heat on it, then they're saying, oh, this color was too harsh and I put the heat. And then, like she said, look what happened to my hair.
Well, because the chat was pretty much on point, in my assessment, I believe, and I'm not a colorist. I do know what chemicals do. However, when you don't maintain it, and if you don't maintain it, that means most likely, I don't know if it was a professional who did it. If you don't maintain it, most likely you're not going every 2 weeks, or you're not going and the stylist does not see you. And she looks like she loves hot irons. And I think that sometimes in combination, that when you don't get it maintained, you can't see the back of your head. When you try to hot curl your hair in the back of your head, you can't see in the back of your head. But what I will know is that when you used the harsh, shampoos at the same time with improper heat application, you can't see in the back. And then at the end of the day, you can't really act like that's your natural hair color. You can't act like that those pHs are going to stay balanced. And a hairstylist helps you balance that out. They may do, 2 shampoos, maybe something to get really clean it, but then they're going to put something much more moisturizing afterwards. There's a little babying that must be done when you do, process color. And then too, if I'm not mistaken, if I saw right, she went lighter, right?
It was fading. Oh, you mean the hair? Yes, she did go lighter. Yes, you're right. Yes, it was lighter than her natural hair. Yes.
Okay, so she did and that is a whole different consultation. And I'm sure, Kilolo, when you're going orange or you're going strawberry blonde or you're going like that's a whole maintenance diet. That's a whole nutritional, that's a whole way to that's a whole another instruction. That's just not wash and go. No. That is a salon visit at least every 3 weeks, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that when it comes to the maintenance, and that's where the consultation is really, really, really important. And even if you're going, because some people feel like if you're going to color or chemically, alter your hair, it's best that you come to the hair salon. It depends on what color you're using. I think you can do it at home. But relaxers, I don't think that you should do at home. So before we proceed, can you give us your professional opinion on coloring your hair at home and relaxing your hair at home, just so we can help people out? Because it is your hair at the end of the day. I ain't gonna argue with y'all. I can do what I want to do with my hair. You can. I ain't gonna argue with y'all. Not tonight, Jesus. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. It's all about nonviolence. Keep hope alive, okay? Right. So give your opinion on coloring your hair at home and relaxing your hair at home. And again, we're segueing. We're keeping up with our topic, heat styling, chemically treated hair. Also, now is a good time to hit that thumbs up button. We really appreciate that too.
I think the importance more is before you start, so you can connect your expectations with because you can't meet your expectations. I know you want the box and the box color, because that's what most people use at home. Would you agree? They're not using professional grade color and making sure that it's mixed, and then they're not working efficient because you're working on your own head. Because when you do processing, timing is everything, placement is everything. You have to cover your whole head. So if you're not efficiently working and being able to have a bird's eye view, the only view you have is that front mirror. You can't see in the middle, you can't see in the back, and you can't see behind your ears, and you certainly can't see at the apex. In my opinion, what really the consumer is disadvantaged. You're just disadvantaged because you can't see the other parts of your hair and you can't gauge where you're placing it. Then you just don't have the advantage of working efficiently. And color processing, chemical processing is timing, it's efficiency. And that is what the difference, in my opinion. And then you can say, then you maybe got the water too hot or too cold, or you're not.
I'm sorry for cutting you off. Does that apply to both people who color their hair and relax their hair home? Are you speaking to both? Or are you gonna,
But you have to remember, hydroxide and ammonia is always losing potency once air gets to it. So you don't want to have the one part of the section of the hair processing at a different time, and then it's losing and it doesn't process at a different area. So the efficiency, the fluid efficiency of a person working on your head is much more conducive, especially for color.
Let me give
especially for
her.
color.
Let,
Because
let, let, let me let,
Mhm.
let me give you a round of applause. But I hope you guys are taking notes here, right here on America's favorite podcast about black hair. All right, big up, who's letting you guys know the
Mhm.
benefits of time.
Mhm. Now, I want you guys to
Elaborate,
pay something
elaborate. Yeah,
attention to.
keep going on the
Mhm.
time. Yeah, keep going. I like that.
And I want you guys to also remember, just go to show you how heat is a natural part of the process. You notice that processing must use heat. That's why hydroxide gets a little warm, right? And ammonia gets warm because they need the metabolic process to cause the process to happen. Okay, so all heat, once again, I just want to make sure that we're not confusing it with a flat iron or a curling iron or a Marcel with heat too hot and tension. That is a technical mistake. That's not a heat mistake. It's a technical mistake. And so when you have a professional with you, they are giving you the proficiency to allow the timing of the process where it first hits your scalp, first hits the first section until the end of the section. Plus, you can't gauge where the demarcation is, all the roots covered. You really don't have a proper way, an appropriate way, a professional way to gauge that. So and I'm not just saying that to be able to say, go and see your hairstylist or something, or or patronize your hairstyle. That's the word I was looking for. But what I'm saying is that it becomes timing, proficiency, smoothness, coverage, and then complete rinsing out. That is all the things that you can't see. Does that make sense?
And then when you add heat to that, that's when
Mhm.
unfortunately, heat becomes,
Yeah.
the bad guy.
And
Then
right, and
heat
because
because,
chemicals,
and
right. Yeah. Go
mhm.
ahead.
No, 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 no,
And
no. Keep
because
going. And
heat,
because chemicals.
no. And because heat uses the combustion in the metabolic process to process it at that point. Yeah. And I think that because the strand is pH elevated, and that is why we have the shampoos and you have what we call the neutralization process. And then you want to go take it into a cooling and a conditional state and get ready to get the hair strand ready for a heat process in the styling, right? That is also where the professional can help because it's going to temper the heat to then revive the hair strand, not further diminish it and therefore further cause any issues. But I am definitely but it's not, it's about technique. I think that's what I'm basically saying. And I think, I don't know if you agreed, Ladosha, it is
Yeah.
the technique that is going to make the heat
Yeah.
revive the style and make it bouncy, make it shiny, because heat does revive after the pH of the styling and the wonderful coloring process and chemicals have
Yeah.
happened.
We explained that a lot of
If that makes
people
sense to you
with
guys.
the natural hair. Oh, that makes a lot of
Mhm.
sense because people who wear their hair like in the curls and the afros and the twists, they always complain
Mhm.
about, I wanted to shine, I wanted to, and I'm like, well, calm down. First of all, it's not
You
supposed
gotta
to.
have heat
The
to do
analogy
it.
that I use is like, yeah, it's like that's trying to ask concrete to look like asphalt. Like concrete is supposed to be gritty and you see the glass in it. That's what it's supposed to look like. So Afro hair or, whatever texture, it's not going to shine like under these lights, like straight hair.
Yeah.
So that's not going to happen. But let's get some questions. We got a lot of questions coming through here. All right. What's up, Live Work Clean? Erica, what's happening? We got Houston's in the house. All right, let's go back up. Okay, let me see if I can find the questions. Oh, y'all be going so fast. Okay, let me come back down. Sorry, Cheryl. Just a lot of questions. Okay, here we go. First one. Can we treat demi-permanent black hair color the same as our true, I think she means natural hair color when it comes to maintenance? So rather
go ahead, shoot Key Lolo.
Okay.
And then I'll come after you.
So here's the thing. Let me just pull up a color swatch, and we're gonna just keep connecting it to the topic of heat styling. And this is really to empower you guys, because that the dumbest shit that people say is that the heat damages the hair. And what Cheryl and I were trying to do is to give you guys the science, because it's going to empower you so that you can make better choices. Okay. So number one, let's look at this hair level chart. You can look at all of them, but let's come over to the right of your screen and you're going to see levels 1 through 10. All right. So when you go to put color on your hair, we are identifying, which level that you have or which level that's natural. Okay. Now, to answer your question, if you're going to put level 1, which is a black demi, requires a developer, right? And you mix it together, you put it on your hair, and she wants to know, but what if she didn't have it? Would you treat it the same? The answer is yes. You have to. The only difference between your natural hair and you putting on the artificial color is that the artificial color more than likely is going to be darker, and you will see the difference. That's what Cheryl was saying, as it grows out. So you'll have to put it back in. If you don't mind it, you can, grow it out. So yes, you want to treat the hair the same. When you put the artificial color on top, particularly the demi, what's happening is the color molecules, they're not going to the cortex like permanent color, but depending on how you treat your hair, even a semi and a demi can act like a permanent color depending on what you're doing to the fabric, by way of, like Cheryl talks about, sloughing off or denaturing. I love that word. Denaturing that outer layer, which causes, when you put the color molecules on, to kind of get trapped and it sticks underneath. It's not going to the cortex. I didn't say that. It's just sticking. It's staying a little. It's like a stain. Okay. So so when you use heat, you move some of the color molecules. The larger the color molecules, they're going to come off fast. That's why we love when y'all want red hair. So see, she had like a what was that? Like a coppery, color in her hair. Those colors come off really fast, and that means one thing: more money, boom, boom, boom. So black is one of those colors that, yes, whether you're using. Yeah, it doesn't matter if your hair is blonde or black. It all requires maintenance because of the simple fact it's artificial. With your natural hair color, it's going to be equally as important, because the sun can, have the same effect on your hair, your natural color, as it does on artificial color, which causes fading. Okay. So that was a little detail oriented, but I just had to.
Like we said before, right? And like we said before, heat is only the energy. It can use a medium like water. And what do they tell you about water when it comes to color? Water's natural.
All right, hold on. We got Coco Whitaker. Coco Whitaker already has got the first question right on what happened with the hair color. But what's the rule of thumb when using water on hair. Let's see if they're gonna get this one right. There's some hairstylists in the chat. Sure, you coming hard on them, all right? Look at Coco, she trying to get all the shot. Go, Coco, with your bad ass. That's because she cute, all right? We're gonna cut through the chase. She's right. Use cool water. Okay. But again, the hot
And
water
why?
gets the damage, gets
It's
all
important.
yeah.
Right. Now, you guys will say, you guys have to
Okay.
understand. You guys keep saying heat and hair. Now, keratin is so much stronger than skin. But y'all love to jump your ass in that hot shower, don't you? Okay. So my point is that the concepts and the philosophy and the belief systems is what gets us into trouble. Because of course, the young lady of the video could have done a myriad of things wrong to get her hair to that particular condition. And water is usually one of them, and especially really hot water can get you into that. But I will agree with Ladosha. The Demi and Semi are there for marketing purposes. And I think that professionals know how to maneuver that. But let me give you guys a metaphor. And we all will take our toe up, and we've seen a toe up shoe, right? And we will put all that wonderful polish on it. You've seen a person really transform a leather shoe. But what makes it shine? It is the metabolic heat in conjunction. And the faster it is, the viscosity of heat makes the shoe shine and polish. That's when I was saying that heat revives the hair after the process, because it gives that hair strand that polishing, because keratin loves heat. It actually thrives under heat, but it also thrives under the right technique. So I wanted to give you guys that metaphor of the how to condition leather. But leather, you have to have the viscosity of the polish of the shine, and that bringing that warmth to that particular skin, that surface, is what makes it shine. And without that polishing and that viscosity, you can't really get the shine. So when we're going down that one stroke of that flat iron, that's that same relationship with the surface of the cuticle. Is the same concept, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because when you put that heat on it and that cuticle starts to lie flat and you get that this is a little exaggerated because
you
I
get the
do
reflection.
have a ring light.
Right.
Yeah, I got the ring light sitting right on it, but that's even more the reason of why heat, can be a thing. And we do hear a big chime in the chat that says more than likely what we're saying, is that it's going to fall on the technician, and you have to take these things into account when you're altering the hair and use the heat responsibly. The onus is going to be on you, the technician, when you're doing these things at home. And like Cheryl said, you have a disadvantage. Number one, when you're coloring at home, what you don't know is that you only have so much time to get that color on the head. Once she says, as it sits, it starts weakening, and you may not be aware. And you're taking like 8 minutes to put color on, or 10 minutes, dude. You out of here. You're done.
Yeah.
You've wasted your money. I don't care what color
means active. Hot means active. Cold means inactive, unless you have thiol, which is a whole nother principle. That's a whole nother conversation. But just know that when you're shaking that bottle and it gets warm, you know that the elements have begin to combust, and now they're active. Okay. And so now they want to penetrate, and they want to color, and they want to deposit, and they want to stain. that's the nature of what those particles and what that pigment wants to do.
Now, and I don't. Now, this could be conspiratorial, you know, but I'm gonna say it. I'm from the project, so I'm just talking about me. I ain't trying to say all ghetto girls is like this. Okay, I'm just saying. All right, okay. Okay, I would say it. Coloring hair at home is designed to get you to come to the hair salon. Okay. I mean, they want you to mess this up. It drives you back to us.
But the threshold of screwing it up is too risky. And unless you're just going completely, you're just doing, a semi, and you're going dark. But at the end of the day, why risk it? Yeah. Especially when you want it to look absolutely fabulous.
Right. Some people can, don't get me twisted. You got some people that are what they got gifted hands, and they can just do that. We're not trying to say don't color your hair at home, but when you color your hair at home and you're heat styling it, like she was saying in that picture, how it started, how it ended, she naively thought, or she just said, I'm just going to quote unquote, let it grow out. You don't want to do that. And remember, heat is not limited to the actual flat iron or the straightening comb. Show's giving you all the different ways that heat, can affect the hair. Right. Yeah. So you can't just, pick on, one tool. Is all aspects of heat. Waiting that long. Color is high maintenance. It's a lifestyle. When you go blonde, that is the ultimate.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you've got hair color like mine, it's a lifestyle. This is not something that you put in your hair and then you say, well, I was gonna switch it, no, I was gonna wait. No,
absolutely.
No.
Great point.
So when we do these color consultations, when you come to the salon with us and you do a color consult, we ask you to bring in everything you're using on your hair. We want to see it. We want to see the comb, we want to see all of it. Put it in the bag or take a picture of it and bring it, because we want you to know that this is an investment. So when you're talking about you're going to put heat on it, you can do it, but you have to use it responsibly. And you have a question again, sure. Here's the other one. And this is from La Earth 0330. So is heat good for natural hair too, or would you say no, don't use that on natural hair?
I had a lot of clients that had, if I wanted to adjust their texture, to make it a little more fluid and flexuous, softer.
I love that word.
I would take the strand through a heat conditioning exercise. Absolutely. And get those cuticles to shift. So the client could have a little more softness and a lot more, they could handle it at home. Because keratin is to be manipulated. It's fabric. It's for you to be able to exercise it and to make sure that you can play with it, because of course, especially when you have some of those high coil count textures, it's dominant. So it's got so much spectrum to play with. And so if you understand the heat application allows the hair to be slightly more flexuous, a little more, you want it a little more flexible and some softness. And then, but the hairstylist has to understand that you're not conquering it. You're allowing the cuticle that is extremely concentrated in the cross of the coil. Once you understand how to kind of release that a little bit, to make the texture react a little different to the elements, then you can have some fun with it. But heat is so good for hair. Absolutely. If I answered your question, I hope I answered your question.
Yeah. Okay. So okay. So there, sir, for your natural hair, you most definitely can use heat on it. All right. So let me just show a video of some responsible leadership behind the chair. We got one more, then we're going to be wrapping this up. So this one, she's giving some simple tips about doing this professionally. Okay, here we go. I like this video.
Listen, one thing my clients do not have to worry about is the health of their hair. Because one thing I'm going to do is take care of that hair. Even if the client has a full balayage color on her strands. We bleached this hair up. And look at the fullness. Look how it's thriving. Not one strand broken. Why? Because we do protein and we do moisture. She comes every 2 weeks and I treat her hair. Check the comment section below for 4 tips on how you can maintain your color treated hair.
All right, she did a great job. And Cheryl, you talked about the moisturizing and protein. Color maintenance is not high maintenance in that regard of what you put on the hair. And I think Yate, you're in the chat, like, you know, coming harder than hard, now one bit soft, is that you have to stay on top of it. So can you tell them why it doesn't necessarily mean more money when you're heat styling chemically treated hair?
Oh, you mean the
People always think you
maintenance
gotta
of
just,
after the?
like you gotta
Yeah.
spend all, you gotta buy all of this, you know, 80. And let me just show the video and then you could just go, let me just let you go ahead and chop this up. And here's
Yeah.
what we'll get. Here we go.
If I had known it was going to be this difficult to keep my hair moisturized as a colored hair babe, I probably wouldn't have did it, but that's okay. We're here now. I'm going to share with you guys all of the products I've been using to keep my hair healthy as a chocolate, ginger, copper, brown haired girl. Starting off with Pre-Poo. This is a product that I'm always going to use whether my hair is brown or black or really any color because it doesn't matter. This is the African Pride Moisture Miracle Pre-Shampoo. When it comes to shampoos, we use quite a bit. I do struggle with dermatitis, so I always have to wash out them nasty flakes. Usually I start off with the Design Essentials Oat Protein and Henna shampoo. This is good for deep cleansing, clarifying, all of that. And then I like to use these 2 color protecting shampoos, this one being from Redken and the other one from Pureology. Both of these have helped me keep the color in my hair intact and always leave my hair feeling extra moisturized. Next is conditioner. I've been loving the coordinating conditioner from Redken. I've recently been slowly incorporating the Olaplex Bond Maintenance Conditioner into my routine as well. She's cute. Using a deep conditioning mask is probably what has been helping me retain as much moisture as possible. There are 2 that I've been loving, one being the Shea Moisture Manuka mask, but I did just run out of it, along with the Rich Hydration mask from Olaplex as well. When it comes to a leave-in, I like to use a spray. Since I am a straight natural, I don't really like to use a lot of heavy products, so I'll either go for the Mizani Miracle Milk leave-in or the Waterboy conditioner spray from Fenty Hair. I'm gonna include my favorite heat protectants as well because why not? Usually it's a pretty light cocktail of these 3. I'll go for either the Nexus Prep and Protect Heat Defense Spray. Any products from their line are fantastic. This is the Total Protect Defense Lotion. I use a little bit of this, rub it in my hands, move it throughout my hair, and we're good to go. This, however, we save until the very end. This is the Redken Naked Gloss Shine Oil. It really helps to lock in that shine and bring vibrancy to the color of your hair. And last but not least, because we don't use her often, dry shampoo will be your absolute best friend. Whenever I'm in between wash days, I'll go ahead and just...
God damn. Sheesh.
Now, before she answers this, I'm just gonna tell y'all right now. And I'm a 2 my own. I'm a Formisi certified master colorist, and I'm proud of it. I spent 10 years learning how to do this thing here. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it don't take all that. Cheryl, take it away.
Girl.
Now, just so she can heat style
Let
her
me just say
hair.
this.
So she can heat style her color.
Let me say
I
this.
counted. I just want to let you know that was over 12 plus products so that she can heat style her straight natural. That's some dumb Not her. Not her. She is not. All them products. I mean, I want to be clear. I'm not
Okay.
talking about her.
So this is the dumbest shit that I'm about to say. This is the dumbest shit. She is a product junkie. That's a product junkie. That's not any of, and no one told her to buy all of that. No one told her to go through that. No professionals ever told her that she needed this and that and this and that and this and that. And I guarantee you, all 12 got 5 ingredients of the same thing in each bottle. Guarantee you. But she's caught in the movement of product. This is a natural hair product movement. This, she's addicted. She's got to go to the Afro Hair Science therapy. She's addicted.
Yeah. So if you're a hair nerd like us, then you already know what we say. And that is, that heat protecting stuff is a no-no. So we're not going to take y'all through the mud on that. At the end of the day, the question is going to be like, what do you need to do to your hair? If you are going to, heat style it or whatever, you need what you need on your regular hair. If you have color treated hair, then you want shampoos and conditioners. Go ahead, Cheryl.
This is one of the reasons why I think the Rev Air day party is going to be so important, because you can come and you're going to have Theo, you're going to have me, and you're going to have Ladosha with bringing the right principles. Oh my God, her principles, okay? The right information, the right product, the right technique, okay? That is so important, because once we walk you through, there's no one to pull you to the side when you guys are buying all this. That is at least $200. That's an expense. And when Key Lolo said that a color is a lifestyle, don't you guys realize that buying product and being susceptible to all of these new things that come out, and these new things come out, and these new things, I bet you she's attached to newsletters, she's attached to offers and 10% off, and we'll give you this for free, and we'll give you that, and boom, she's in it, right? But the reason why we're doing the day party is so we can say, okay, we're going to take this away, we're going to take that away, and we're going to show you, streamline this. So you can get the results, you can get the softness, you can get the health, you can, with at least $30 a month, not $150 a month.
Yeah. And that's and we're going to be talking about that, as a matter of fact, on Thursday when we kick off My Comb Black Owned. This is something you guys are really going to love. It's My Comb Black Owned, introducing the art of combing Afro hair. So Cheryl has something very, very special for you guys come Thursday, so that we can begin to really be of use, not only to you guys, but our fellow colleagues in the industry. It's time for us to really help them be of more service to their customers in the chair, because something is happening between once I pay for the hair, do they think that's it? The money stops. We're not quite sure. The learning stops. So we want to use this day party and let you guys see what we do, meaning professionals do in real time. And those of you who work in the industry who maybe don't know, need that support, we're going to show you guys why and how we're going to be here for you. But we're going to save that for Thursday, when, again, Cheryl is going to introduce us to the My Comb Black Owned, and she's going to feature the art of combing Afro hair, which all of this, again, has a lot to do with heat styling. So hopefully, as we wrap this up, you guys are definitely beginning to conclude that heat styling chemically treated hair is perfectly okay. Okay, you can definitely do it.
Yes.
And if you need some help, with how to do it, then let your
Yeah.
technician be your guide. If you don't have one, then search around and ask and see how you can get some help for your hair, because that's really important. When we come back here on Monday, that's going to be the end of our 4-part series, and it was about heat styling Afro hair without fear. And I really think, by the looks of these
Yes.
from our views here on YouTube. Again, YouTube is the bomb.com, because y'all putting us out there. You guys hitting that hype button. Okay. Remember, slide it over to the left, and then you'll see the hype button. Thank you, guys. Thank you, WK, for doing that. We're getting the word out, but I think this series, Cheryl, of all of them, we've got the most response.
Yeah.
Even our
Yeah.
shorts. Okay. Our shorts
Yeah.
got a
Yeah.
lot of responses. So it seems like what we're doing, and for all practical intents and purposes, it's actually
Mhm.
working, if I do say so. Also, I just want to share with you
And we
guys,
thank you.
I
Mhm.
have some good news to share with you all. Okay. And this good news is right here, that the Reverend Design Team Hair Salon, it is official. We will be carrying the full Rev Air product line, including their hair care products. Y'all can put that hand clap emoji in the chat. We're also going to be selling the actual Rev Air. Ooh la la. And we're going to be selling the Rev Air Mini Flat Irons. So if you live in the greater Cleveland area nearby, you can feel free to stop by and buy them in person. If not, you can definitely continue to shop on myrevair.com. But this is something that, Cheryl and I were working on, to partner with companies who care about you and your hair. And then also, let me just do a little shameless plug. Let me just pull this up right here. And you guys know why I love Rev Air. And it's just simple, right quick. And I call it real hair on real people in real life. And sure, I think that's what you were alluding to when you talked about the day party and why you want people, to show up there, right?
Yeah, it's important. And too, yeah, I know we're going live, and I know we want, hair models. We want you guys to come in. We want you to be real people, right? We don't just want you to, we don't want just models that we pick. We want everyday people. Mr. Morrow loved everyday people. He would pick people out in the audience with the, got real problems. But the wonderful part about it
And
is that we touch you, we reach you, we teach you. We're not the kind of hairstylists that sit there and want to talk crap about, people. We want you guys to have the best experience. I was talking to Theo this morning. He said he wants you to have a wonderful, loving relationship with your hair. And that
and that's
is
something
you getting the truth.
When I became a hairstylist, now remember, guys, I entered this industry from a social service perspective or social science perspective, and that's what we just really watch human interactions and want to enhance them. And I could really see in this industry that there was a big gap. We call that in our world of social service. It's a gap in the services where the people who take care of their hair at home, it was like the beauty industry was kind of missing that they could provide a need. And when I was talking to you earlier today, sure, you talked about the wraparound services that we offer in the hair salon. And we want you guys to know that is the true essence of what barbers do, cosmetologists, natural hairstylists. It's a complete wraparound. And when you don't have the things that you need at home, you're kind of at risk to that video. Like Shore said, what did you call her? What did you call her? A product, what? Addict or something? What did you call her?
She's a hair junkie. She's a junkie.
A hair junkie.
She is exposed highly. She is hyper exposed and hypersensitive to marketing messages. And it is it actually is fear marketing, because they're telling you that you can just purchase one more thing to make sure. And she's hyper vigilant, but she hasn't come and sat with a Ladosha or a Theo or a Cheryl so we can kind of allow her to relax. She's making the best decisions, but she's making too many, because if something does go wrong, which one would be the culprit? She wouldn't know.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that's why we're excited, to partner with Rev Air, because they can help us. I mean, I'm gonna just, I know you're like, quit jocking Cheryl, but I'm gonna jock her one more time. As Cheryl would say, soothe you guys' neurosis and help it make sense. And to prove just how much we were on the mark, we asked Rev Air if we could do a live with children, because parents need help with their children's hair.
Absolutely.
And nobody, they're putting it there. You got little boys with braids and locks, and and I don't mean to be graphic, but if the little boy can go to the bathroom and learn how to, hold his privacy and, relieve himself, he can also learn how to comb his hair. So I can see in the hair salon,
it's training. Absolutely.
They're raising generations of little boys. You got grown men who don't even know how to comb their hair. We will not have this. If those little boys are going to have that much hair, little girls are going to have that much hair, they have got to comb it. So we picked 5 children from our salon who get their hair serviced, and we asked their parents if we could go live, because these kids are very, how kids are. Okay. And we went live with the children, and we let the children, we allowed the children to navigate the live. Y'all got to go see it. It's on TikTok. Now, if you guys look at this image here, all right, and you'll see the progression. We started off with like 12,000 views. We went up to 17. WK, I hope you're watching this. WK, Sandra, I hope y'all, everybody in the chat, Coco, LB, I see y'all live, work clean. I hope y'all listening, all right? Then we went up to 29K, and then we kept on going. We got 13.2 million. Can I say it again, Cheryl? 13.2 million views with the children. The children was in the camera saying this. Look, y'all, it ain't that hard. The little boy was combing his brother's hair. I mean, he was like, let me get that red hair. Like, move out the way. The little girl was like, it's just simple, y'all. It's just, it don't hurt. It don't burn. Thumbs up. I mean, the kids were letting you know they want to learn how to do their own hair with the tool that they can use. And you can, I'm telling y'all,
come on
epic,
now.
epic. Cheryl, we're definitely onto something. And we just wanted you guys to know that we're not influencers. It ain't never going to happen. We get it. We ain't got no problem with that. But what we do care about, like Cheryl said, we do. We care. And so I'm proud that we're going to be working with Rev Air. I'm honored that Cheryl is going to do a special, My Comb, Black owned, and she's going to kick it off with the art of combing Afro hair, because we know the number one problem, and ain't nobody saying it, damn it, we gonna say it. The number one problem that all people, I ain't putting no color on this situation, have when it comes to Afro hair and all its varieties, and y'all C's, they B's and A's and good hair, bad hair, is that daggone comb or lack thereof. So we're going to help you guys out, and we're going to be bold, right, Cheryl? If we're saying the quiet stuff out loud,
Yeah. We definitely need to
have the conversation.
Well, we need to have the conversation, and if we've lost the art of combing and knowing how to properly, and we're talking about all textures, soft, straight, wavy, it don't make a difference. There is a technique. Okay, there is a technique to the art of combing. Everyone doesn't comb to comb away tangles. Some people don't let their hair get tangled. That's not the point either. But we are not presumptuous about, oh, we're going to comb matted hair and we need to, get this hair together. No, I don't want to approach it like that. I want you to have the right hand movements. I want you to be able to have the right feel. I need you to have the right attitude. I need you to have the right sectioning. I need you to have the right information. And I want you to understand to prevent it. I want you to understand how curly hair environmentally works to even get it matted. I want you to understand it. It's important. Because if you don't have a good relationship with your hair, I'm going to actually just come out and say it. You're not going to have any good relationship with any biological matter that is attached to your body. Period. It ain't going to happen. So I want you to make sure.
And I'm gonna go as far as to say even other humans. I mean, I worked it. I lived it. I am. And like Cheryl said, we're not condescending. We're talking about true social ills. You guys have no clue of what we're not talking about an unkempt hair. We're talking about an unwanted hairstyle, how that plays on a man, a child, a woman's, I don't care what you do for a woman, living or not, psyche.
Mm-hmm.
And this is our job to do, like what Mr. Parisi said. This is our story to tell. So we're gonna take the lead. We're gonna be the one. We know we're gonna get some daggers thrown at us. We're ready, right? Sure, we're ready, and we're gonna do this with a lot of love and a lot of kindness. Yeah, but it's going to be misinterpreted, but we're going to talk about it and we're going to offer you guys some solution. So I'm very, very, y'all spread the word like Thunderbird. I'm very excited about
We're going to be in
Thursday
town. Kilolo. Huh?
Yeah, I'll be there on February the 2nd. But here this Thursday, Cheryl, we're going to use this graphic here. I love it so much. The art of combing Afro hair, and I kind of like the way she does this. So that's a hint. I like the way Cheryl do shit. But like Real Rule says, facts. She have grown men who come to her and actually ask them to take their hair down. Yeah, they actually have a service in the hairstyle in the salon called braid takedown, and it's not because people don't know how. Some it's a combination of both. But we just want to let you guys know Thursday, there she is again. My comb, Black owned, the art of combing Afro hair. So we thank you guys. This was a dynamic podcast again. Look at the earth. Absolutely. It took me years to learn how to comb and understand my hair. Absolutely. Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about it. But now it's time to have the conversation. So you guys, you know what we say when we're signing out, right, Cheryl? We're talking about a whole lot of peace, a whole lot of love, and for sure a whole lot of hair. And remember, if you ain't got it, you don't want it, you can't stand it. I'm not into none of what y'all talking about. I like my bald head. We say, you know what? We agree with you. Don't worry about all of that superficial stuff, because bald heads, bald patches, all that stuff is beautiful too. And so are you. So thank you very much. We'll see you guys on Thursday with what we say again? My comb, Black owned, featuring the art of combing Afro hair. You guys don't want to miss that. All right, so I love you. Everybody in the chat, all my hair nerds, y'all drop them emojis on your way out. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Heat style and chemically treated hair. Y'all know what? It's all right. Let me show that little clip, Cheryl, before we let them know. Like, what was y'all trying to say? In conclusion, how did it go? Here we are in conclusion. Okay, my fellow hair nerds. So exactly what is it that we're saying when it comes to the dumbest shit that people say about using heat on color treated and relaxed hair? We're saying check yourself before you wreck yourself, because 9 times out of 10, it's about the technician, not the heat itself. Of course you want to use quality products. Of course you want to use quality tools, but the technique with that heat is all about you, the person behind the actual implement itself. That's all we're trying to say. Ain't that right? hair oracle. How about them apples? All right. Thank you, Cheryl. I love you. You guys have a wonderful night.
I love you too, sis. Okay,
all right,
baby.
guys. Y'all have a great, great night. Oh, I'm about to put the wrong one on there. I'm about to do this.
What you talking about?
I hit the wrong button. Good night, y'all. Cheryl, you ready for the chit chat tonight?
I'm ready.
Bam, bam, bam. He or she said, cancel this damn show. They hate it. What? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Make black hair great again.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Now,
We're coming, get our check.
Cheryl Morrow, the one, the only, the hair oracle.
That was it was Red Dot, and then we also had a cosmetology school instructor in the chat, Miss Denise West, Michelle Allen, Miss Foster. Dang, I missed your hey! It's always nice to see Miss Foster in the chat. Michelle Allen, you know how much we love you too.
What? About a whole lot of peace. Cheryl, you order that in a bag of chips.